All right, so get ready, because we're going deep into the mind of Benny Blanco.
This is going to be good.
But not in the studio this time.
Okay.
This time we're talking about the shower.
In the shower, interesting.
Yeah, in the shower. We're going to unpack this Interview magazine conversation he had with Selena Gomez,
I remember that one.
where he reveals, some pretty wild shower habits. Honestly, who knew there was so much to learn about creativity from
Someone's shower routine.
someone's shower routine?
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating. So he admits right off the bat, he's not an everyday shower.
Really?
Which, whatever. But when he does shower,
Yeah.
it's this long,
Ugh.
drawn-out ritual. He says, I'm quoting here,
Yeah.
he just stands there contemplating life.
Mm.
For most people, like me, showering is just this quick in and out,
Get it done. Yeah.
get clean, get out the door.
Gotta get going.
But for Benny, he's turned it into this whole other thing.
It's interesting, right? Like, for someone like him who's constantly, producing these hits and collaborating with huge names,
Yeah.
that mental space, just to be quiet, has got to be so valuable.
I was just thinking that. It's got to be like this
Yeah.
decompression time from all the creative pressure.
Exactly. So you kind of wonder if those long, contemplative showers, are they key to his creative process?
Yeah.
Maybe stepping away from the music, even just for a little bit, to be in the warm water, lets him access a different part of his brain.
Oh, 100%. Almost like a reset button.
Yeah. And then maybe those aha moments come easy.
It gets even, okay, so
What?
it gets wilder.
Oh.
Okay. He's a believer in the shower cry,
The shower cry, yeah.
which got a pretty funny reaction from Selena.
Oh, I bet.
But, I think he's onto something.
I mean, crying can have a bad rap, but it's actually a really healthy way to process emotions, let it all out.
Yeah.
And the shower, where else? It's private, anonymous, no one's there to judge.
It's like a built-in therapy booth.
Exactly, like a therapy booth, but with great acoustics.
Okay, so I have a question, though.
Yeah.
This is someone who finds, so much meaning in his shower routine, but then later they say that it's actually Selena, his fiancée,
Right.
who cries more in their relationship.
Yeah, they both agree on that.
So it's like, how does that compute?
Well, it's a good reminder that we all express emotions differently.
Okay, yeah.
Just because Benny finds, release and clarity through these deep shower thoughts doesn't mean that's the only way or even the best way.
Yeah.
Selena might have that crying more often works better for her.
It definitely challenges that.
Yeah.
That stereotype of the,
Yeah.
tortured artist
Tortured
who's
artist!
constantly crying to,
To fuel their...
fuel the creativity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more about just finding healthy ways to
Process those emotions.
process. Yeah.
However it looks for you.
Okay, so then his shower routine takes another turn for the even more unexpected.
Okay, I'm listening.
He says he has what he called death realizations in the shower.
Death realizations.
Which
Wow.
got a whoa. Out of Selena?
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Not exactly what you expect to hear from,
Yeah.
pop music producer.
Not your typical pop star topic.
Right.
But, those moments, like those existential awareness moments, they're probably more common than we think.
You think so?
It's just we don't talk about them, especially not celebrities in interviews.
Yeah, that's true.
But for Benny, it seems like facing his mortality, even just in the shower,
Yeah,
it's like a source of almost like creative fuel
I could see that.
Yeah.
Like you're staring into this void
into the void.
and you come back with a fresh perspective.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Maybe a little darker,
A little darker.
but also more honest.
More honest,
That
yeah.
might explain why his music resonates with so many people.
I think so too. He's not afraid to go there. Explore those big, uncomfortable questions we all have.
Yeah.
The ones we're all grappling with.
Exactly.
So it kind of makes you wonder, could confronting those existential fears, even if it's just while you're showering, does that unlock more creativity?
It's a question I'm definitely going to be thinking about in my next shower.
Me too. But here's the thing. He actually describes these death realizations as a positive experience.
Really?
He cries a little bit, but the feeling passes, and he says thanks to the warm water, he feels great afterwards.
So there's actually some science behind that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Warm showers release oxytocin,
Right.
hormone associated with relaxation and happiness.
So even though he's having these intense existential thoughts,
Exactly.
his body's getting this natural mood boost.
Like a built-in emotional safety net.
That's wild.
It is pretty wild.
I'm starting to think maybe those cold shower people are missing out.
Right, like what if we're not using our showers to their full potential? I mean, we always think of it as just functional,
It's clean, get out.
Yeah, in and out, but Benny's experience, it suggests there's so much more
He's totally hacked the system,
He really has.
turning it into, like, creative inspiration, emotional release.
And a place to face his fears.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And it's not just him, right? It speaks to this human need for solitude.
Yeah.
We're always bombarded with stuff.
Mm.
Our brains barely get a break.
That's so true.
So those quiet moments,
Even just to the shower,
yeah, they can feel huge.
like you're finally processing everything.
Like, exactly, making those connections. And for creative people especially, that space is crucial.
Yeah, that's where the magic happens.
It is like Archimedes in the bathtub.
Right.
Or Einstein and his, thought experiments.
Wow, I never thought of it like that.
Some of history's biggest ideas came from quiet reflection.
Hmm.
So maybe we all need more shower time.
Even if it's just for a few minutes.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be an hour like Benny,
Okay.
but a little intentional solitude.
Could be in the shower, on a walk.
Anywhere you can just be with your thoughts.
It's funny, we started with the celebrities' shower habits,
I know.
but now it's about so much more.
Yeah.
It's about reclaiming that solitude,
Recognizing its power for everything.
not just creativity.
Exactly. Like well-being overall.
One detail keeps coming back to me.
Oh, what's that?
All this talk about Benny's routine, his death realizations.
Yeah.
But it's Selena who they both say cries the most.
Huh. That is interesting. It's like a flip.
Right. You'd think Benny would be the emotional one.
With all the existential stuff, yeah.
But maybe it's the opposite.
Maybe.
His routine, how he processes, so he doesn't have to be outward.
That's a good point.
Like Selena, it's like two sides of the same coin.
I like that.
Benny's internal, Selena's more open.
And both are totally valid.
Exactly. It's about respecting those differences.
In ourselves and our relationships.
So important.
Find what feels right for you.
Whether it's crying it out, thinking it through.
Or maybe a good shower cry.
So, to wrap up our deep dive into Jenny Blanco's
Surprise.
surprising shower routine, the takeaway is
Don't underestimate.
don't underestimate those moments of solitude.
For anyone.
Whether you're a creative genius,
Or just navigating life.
those moments can be huge.
Insight, release, breakthroughs.
And maybe, just maybe,
some death realization.
to help you live better.
Exactly.
So, dear listener, next time you're in the shower,
Look about this.
what are your shower thoughts?
What do you discover in those moments?
It makes you wonder what really goes on in those creative minds.
Right. Like when they're just doing ordinary stuff.
Yeah, to shower.
It's like the shower is this portal to a deeper level.
Ooh, I like that.
And anyone can access it.
That's the cool part.
You don't need a fancy studio or anything.
Just water and a little quiet.
Exactly.
Maybe those everyday moments, that's where the real stuff happens.
Maybe.
Where you connect with yourself, find creativity, answers.
Or at least a good cry.
Always a good cry.
Right. It's like a reminder that we don't always have to be on.
Yeah, we're always so productive.
Sometimes just stepping back, letting your mind go, that's the most valuable.
I love that. So, listeners, next time you're in the shower,
I dare you.
embrace that solitude. Put the phone down, turn off every
Just be present.
with your thoughts, feelings,
Might be surprised.
by what you discover.
Exactly.
And hey, if you have any groundbreaking shower thoughts,
Share them.
who knows? Maybe you'll change the world.
Could be the next big thing.
Until next time, happy showering, everyone.